sitting in the camper right now. The Dungeon Crawler.
Is that the official name?
Yes.
That's the official name of that early 70s Jayco pop-up janky camper that's been in a couple accidents and is dented to hell.
The Dungeon Crawler is a perfect name.
It's a wonderful little camper. Had to make sure all like the gas worked though and stuff.
Oh yeah, that'd be a rough realization.
Yeah, well, it's really simple. It's a single hose that goes from the propane tank in the front to the little three top stove, and then it's another hose that wraps around through the benches and just has an outlet for a heater that you got to manually hook up. And so it's kind of like, whatever, you know. Replacing hose for something like that's super easy. It's gonna be good. Me in the mud.
She will enjoy it.
I think I'm gonna go for the 424 Sufferfest, where you gotta make 4 miles in 4 hours. You gotta do 4 miles every 4 hours for 24 hours.
Okay.
And so I'll set like alarms for 2 a.m. and shit like that to make sure that I get up and
actually start trucking
and get some kind of 4 mile trek in.
Terrible.
Yeah, well that's the point. It's a
That's the point.
That's the entire point. I've been wanting to do that one for a while. It's supposed to be running, but I'm going to like really difficult, nasty terrain, so I'm probably not gonna run.
You could always
probably
just stay
gonna...
home and be miserable. I don't know. That's what I would prefer.
No, it's misery and accomplishment. Staying home is just misery and misery.
No, I can do things at home.
But you don't.
But I do.
How's that art coming along?
It's coming.
That's the problem, you know. You sit in your house 8 days a week, doing basically nothing. You know, watching YouTube isn't anything. Playing games is it placates the nothing. It postpones the nothing. And then you're like, man, why am I so depressed all the time? Why do I feel so terrible? It's like, well, you're not going and accomplishing things. So you set an extra hard thing to do, you suffer through it, you accomplish it, then you have an accomplishment, and you did more than just sit around. And of course, usually out of these you get either a little smarter or a little healthier or both. Mm-hmm. Like when I did the 3 days in the wood with just a knife, that was a smarter one, as in you shouldn't do it again. Mm-hmm. I most certainly did not come out of that healthier because, boy, I caught one fish that whole time.
Dear God.
Well, I didn't have a pole. I'd found line though, right? I went to a decent lake that's pretty decently traveled. So like I found line, I found hooks, I caught some worms, I threw them in, nothing. Wound up at the top of the lake, standing in the inlet, just underneath a little eddy, and I stood there for 3 hours in that chilly ass water with my hands in before a trout swam up to hang out in the eddy, and I grabbed that asshole and threw him onto land. I almost ate him raw. I was close.
I'm so hungry.
And of course, the whole point in that, right, is that I was at no point actually in danger of starving because I was sitting right next to my car that had a nice tent, that had all my fire starters, that had food in it and everything. But that's not the point of the Sufferfest. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely not.
You gear the Sufferfest too to like the lowest member of the Sufferfest. So like it wouldn't be a Sufferfest for me, but you could suffer a little bit.
No, I'm good.
But you can suffer. I think you need to work on your pitch just a little bit.
Right? No, look, it's like, you know, the different kinds of fun, where there's the low quality immediate fun, and then there's the high quality you talk about it for years fun. Nobody goes to Six Flags and tells that story to their children, right? Oh my God, one time I went to Six Flags and I took the Boomerang roller coaster, and it was just the most amazing moment of my entire life, because it's low quality, right in the moment, immediate fun. Then there's the high quality fun, and the high quality fun sucks ass when you're doing it. The high quality fun is man, I used to basically live over at my buddy Brian's house, and I would go to work as a busser at this restaurant from 2 to 10, and then from 10 to 2 we would party, and luckily at that point in my life I didn't drink, but by God I was still awake that entire time. immediately after people left the party, when you have a bunch of drunk parkour guys left around, because it was all of us basically living in this place, you work out. And so you work out from like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Then you fall asleep at 4 a.m. You wake up maybe around 8, 9-ish. And then you go train. And you train till 2 when you have to work. And then you work from 2 to 10. And you just keep that going for a cycle. And yeah, and it's like if you get injured, you do small training. Small training is like, oh, I overloaded my ankle, so I do one-legged push-ups for 3 hours straight while my friends do their flip sets and stuff. Or I work on pull-ups and things. That's the kind of story that you wind up telling your kids later. That's high-quality fun. It's like that hunting trip you go out on, you know, and you just see it immediately. You bag your catch, you bring it in, you eat it, it's tasty. You never talk about that hunting trip again. The hunting trip where you go out for an entire week and it's raining and just shitting on you the entire time, and then you see just that one little moment where the clouds open up and you see that buck and you get him, and then you got to drag his ass 5 miles back or whatever uphill back to camp. That's the hunting trip that you talk about. Low quality and high quality fun. Sufferfest is high quality fun. You should go to Sufferfest. It's a high quality fun. Thanksgiving weekend. Is it not all of those dice right there?
No, I have my bag for like all of the rest of the dice. I have no idea where I put it. Oh, fuck.
Welcome back to Mad King, everybody.
Hello!
I hope you enjoyed the monologue of the types of fun. Where do we leave off?
Harway fucking dipped.
Harway dipped.
Harway rescued 2 kids and then bailed.
And then dipped. I just finished an obstacle course. Won a cool horseshoe set, which honestly I'm thinking about selling, but you know, we'll come to that later.
You could probably get like 15, 20 gold out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's a game.
Put it
right?
in front of
like,
the bar.
Oh, but like, I need money for Adara.
You guys
like
as like
gold, bro.
now relatively high tier adventurers are spoiled when it comes to money. I hope you understand.
Oh,
like,
absolutely. Again, we've thoroughly established how
Yeah.
we're like slowly breaking the economy of the town.
You go
by
to
just
like
giving
your
people.
at your own bar, you only charge maybe a copper piece or 2 for a full meal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, that's not a lot
Exactly.
as far as you guys are concerned. But 15 gold for like a working family, you know, they own a farmstead, they've got some land to go and do some harvesting for, maybe a year or something like that. 15 gold's a pretty big deal.
And I gave Adara's family 20.
Yeah. You gave them basically enough to buy their own farmstead.
Yeah.
If they go far enough east.
Hopefully they did.
Hopefully they did. They at very least bought themselves out of debt and went to go, you know, find some different gainful employment.
And have more kids.
That's-
To sell
And they're
them off.
probably going to wind up having more kids, and magic runs in the family, so the chance of them having more sports,
Maybe they'll come back to us.
pretty high.
Send them my way. I'll take your children.
10 years, there's going to be another knocking at the door.
Oh, I'll take it.
Another 20 gold. There you go.
There you go. Thank you for your partner. Thank you for your business.
Sorry, you can't pump out another.
Oh man, Adara, meet your new brother. What do you mean? Actually, your brother.
Actually, your brother. So you're training for another couple hours after that obstacle course.
Oh yeah, I gotta get
Just
ready
right
for
up,
this joust.
just up about until sundown when the real partying starts.
Oh yeah.
You guys do see, of course, as you've been moving through town, tons of families going out and about. Lots of dads and moms getting tipsy already, but like, you know, they're still with their kids. Now we're starting to get into the time where children are getting put to bed. They're starting to whine and complain. Oh, I want to participate in the real boxes day. And the parents are like, oh no, that's not for you. Grandma's going to be watching the house or some bullshit.
Yeah, Bacchus Day isn't for the children.
After the
What is your guys' policy with
Frida.
Frida and
Oh, Frida's 18.
Adara?
I don't give a shit.
Frida is 18.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
And that is most certainly going to be the argument that she poses if
That's-
there's any resistance.
That's not my child, so like that's between that's between Itzeli.
Yeah,
which,
I'm pretty
you know,
sure Itzeli is on board for her to.
Adara though, absolutely not.
No, she can stay at the bar.
She's incredibly disappointed.
Well, that's a shame. There's going to be a lot of drunk people, and she's blind.
So you take her back to the bar? Because you had her for practicing.
Oh yeah.
She is with you right now.
Yeah, I'll take her back to the bar.
Yeah, you get done with your training, and she's like, "Oh, I can feel it getting chillier. It must be getting dark. Ooh, I can hear other kids complaining, but Master hasn't taken me home." And then you just come up and you're like, "All right, kid, time to go home." And fuck. I mean,
again, there's going to be a lot of rowdy people, and you are blind.
oh, but you're big and strong.
Yes. However, I need to be training, and I can't keep an eye on that and, making sure somebody doesn't just cart you off because they're too drunk to realize you're not their child.
Heard it's one of the best parties of the year.
Honestly, I wouldn't know.
It could be both of our first boxes then.
See, but here's the thing. While everyone else is getting drunk and sad, I am training. That's what makes me better.
While you got drunk and partied and made friends and then lived a fulfilling life, I studied the blade.
Exactly.
Yeah, she huffs and puffs, but you bring her back to the bar.
Yeah. Our bar is going to be closed?
It's going to be open.
Oh, okay.
There's no way Phil's closing the bar for Bacchus.
Yeah, I just remember that we had... Oh, that was for the... Like when the tournament was going on.
Yeah, but there are some local boys that Phil has hired for the night to assist in the increased running of the bar.
Not everyone can get into the naval party.
The naval party is highly exclusive. The army party less so. And of course, there are tons of other parties going on right now, and you guys are more than free to try to explore.
Just go crash some.
There's of course the wagon wheel and the rolling wheel, the other two inns in town. And they actually have like rooms for rent and stuff, so they're probably actually going to get more rowdy than you guys are being in town.
Mm-hmm.
But you could imagine that Melman Brewing is probably going to have some kind of party going on. Voodoo Ranger up north probably as well. There's probably going to be tons if you go just to the east side of the river. There's probably going to be tons of farmer parties and stuff like that where they have, just like their little home done brews and meads. And they're probably going to get toasted just on their property kind of deal. There's probably all kinds of hick bonfires and stuff going on in the woods. The woodsmen over at Hunter's Haven probably have something going on.
Who did we steal Sheila from?
From the wagon wheel.
Shelby? Sheila? What the fuck is her name?
It's Sheila.
Yeah. The wagon wheel.
But that's appropriate. But yeah, it was from the wagon wheel, which is the south. The one towards the south on the road to not quite Bronze, whereas the rolling wheel is on the north.
They probably won't like us anymore.
Towards the Great Bridge or Leadshire.
Is Sheila working our bar tonight?
Yeah.
Dope.
And she has, as you show up, quite the revealing outfit on. Hooters Plus.
Hooters Plus.
Dear God. I mean, Hooters minus because there's less.
Yeah, Hooters minus because there's even less. And you see as she's walking by, Phil is just like head in hands. It was not his idea. But she understands what tips are. And the sign-on bonus was fantastic, but Haraway had this little moment where it's like, hey, don't get attached to your job. And so she's, she's just going for it.
Well, that's none of my business.
Yeah.
Literally your business.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, but so she got hired on.
Haraway sailed away. He's not running the bar anymore for you guys. You're just basically leaving it exclusively in Phil's hands at this point.
That was the plan the whole time.
That was kind of the plan the whole time, but
we just came to set shit up and make sure they got there safely. So
you guys are really just running the espionage side of things, what you're supposed to be doing. But
Yeah.
You've been doing that.
You've been doing it pretty decent. Yeah. You haven't sent any reports back, but it's okay. Johnny has.
I was about to say I was.
Were we supposed to send reports?
You absolutely were.
Because that night when we show up, we let him know, hey.
Okay, you do keep Johnny in the loop of what you guys are doing.
Yeah. Like if we find stuff out,
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Bloodfist definitely knows that Gato was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we're talking in the bar, we're not hiding anything from Johnny and Phil.
Okay. Perfect.
It's only if
I
there's, like-
thought the whole time that you guys were maybe like talking amongst yourselves, then going back to the
No.
bar and just kind of letting them do their own thing.
No,
I was
it's
having
only, like-
Johnny's reports be totally separate.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
We're
I think
definitely giving it.
That's most certainly going to affect things relatively soon.
Okay, cool.
In
It's
your
only when
favor.
there's like customers that we wouldn't talk.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
We
Or like, the temp
Bacchus!
workers in and stuff. Oh man, we fucked that cat boy up. 9 lives my ass. Must have been the last one.
Oh god.
You go upstairs, kind of get some stuff situated. You're not going to wear your armor to the party, are you? Yeah.
I'll still wear my breastplate. Like.
Okay.
Not-
Yeah,
not-
but
not
you'll
the
take off all
full-
the clinky bits.
Yeah.
And you're not worried about like the chainmail underneath. You'll keep the gambeson obviously to keep padded.
Yeah.
Give a little bit of warmth. It's early spring, It's still not warm out.
Still, ready if something happens. Always be
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
I'll get Adara situated, get her all tucked in, give her a little kiss goodnight, and then,
You turn around, there's a dude up there.
oh,
He's in a black cloak, hood over, concealing most of his face, but you see his piercing green eyes and his super nice teeth.
hello, how you doing?
Yeah. Hi. I tracked down a couple of things that you guys were looking for. I got a guy that says he knows some things about the Vikels,
Oh, yes.
and I've got a meeting arranged. I have not been able to meet with him yet. He lives in Ironshire, and as you can imagine, I don't travel that way too terribly frequently.
That's fair.
Strangely enough, also from the north, you were asking for things to assist your blind student in learning.
Yes.
I procured these from a friend who has some connections with the Iron Mountain dwarves. Apparently these crystals grow in their mountains. They're highly sought after, very fun pieces. You can attune them to activation words, and when you read something or memorize something or sing a tune, produce your own sound, anything with the voice in your head kind of deal, the stone remembers. And then for a different trigger word can be used to play it back as if you are speaking it or reading it or remembering it to the other person.
So, like a recording device.
Yeah, it records. Like a scroll, but you don't have to read it. It reads itself to you.
Oh.
And so if you were to hold this and say read a book or recite a spell or a recipe or whatever, it would store it and you could give it to other people or use it for your own personal reminder and recall that information from the stone.
And he's just
Is it
offering
like,
this randomly?
Easy, everything comes with a price.
Yeah.
So is it just like a one-off deal, or can they store multiple things?
Oh, it depends on the size, and I have a variety that I've come across. The smallest can hold perhaps a scroll's worth of information. It can be reset. It can be forgotten and reused at any point, but only to a maximum of about a scroll. The largest I have could hold just about a small library's worth of information.
This one is a terabyte, and this one is a floppy disk.
Yeah, you got your floppy disk all the way up to like your 2 terabyte solid state.
Well, I know I'm probably going to regret this question, but how much was it?
The biggest one here, the small library's worth of information, as you can imagine, is quite a valuable resource. And as you can see, and he pulls it out, and it's a good-sized crystal, but it's not huge, right? Like, that's just a pocket, that's less than a book. Being able to condense information like that is very sought after. These go for no less than 5,000 gold pieces.
Damn.
These small scroll ones, though, relatively easy to come by. I could easily procure more. They're worth maybe 20.
What's the biggest one I can get for, say, 700?
700? I have one that would hold just about a tome's worth.
Nice. That's fucking solid.
That seems about as big as a wizard spellbook.
You do know as well that upstairs is where... Well, is it upstairs or is it maybe downstairs or in the secret dungeon that you keep the gold? the bar's been taking in. Because you guys have been functioning on this party for a good couple of days. And
I would assume that it's upstairs, because like the upstairs, because like that's where like all like the normal ass bar shit is handled.
You know that the snow cones have been highly successful. You might be able to raid the business's coffers a little bit. The safe's right there. You know the combination.
Yeah, well, I'll take a peek. And it's not bad because me and Harley were the ones that like pitched the startup money. So like,
Yeah, I've just been the one who's done everything since then.
I've just made the drinks and all the ideas that have brought in money.
Yeah. And I provide the spells, but that's minimal.
Speaking of, how many spells do you have today? How many ice sculptures did you make?
I made 8 this morning.
Made 8 this morning. How many does that bring you to?
I think we had about that many before.
We had 10.
We had 10 before?
yeah, he said you had either 10 or 15.
Okay. I don't remember. I wasn't keeping track because Alex was keeping track.
Oh no. So we're at like 18?
Yeah, that's a pretty good solid guess.
That's interesting. I rolled the exact same thing on the D100 twice in a row. Yeah, you open it up. It is. It's almost overflowing with gold at this point. 1,220 gold pieces that has been collected so far. And of course, this is in various changes. But for the most part, they've gone and sized up. They keep changing the tiller and.
Just from this week or since we've opened?
Since you've opened.
Okay.
Because you guys haven't taken any dividends yet, the bar hasn't reinvested any money or anything like that. There's of course your relatively small costs of you're getting your food deliveries and you're getting more booze and stuff, but
you know what? I'll take like there's like 1,200. I'll take like 4. Take a 400.
So now you're gonna get one that's worth like 1,000, right?
Honestly, I don't know if I need like the one that big, because again, if we're just trying to use this for like, it's like my idea is like that could be basically her like wizard spell book or whatnot.
Well, if you get a bigger one, like also when she's in her weird state, she could potentially just record whatever she sees.
You'd also just get one to have for the party. Like that's.
it is a useful item.
I think that's a very useful item. You could get.
However, so in that case, so
there
I'll have
is
to get, like 2 separate ones. So like one for Adara, and then one for.
That's what I'm saying.
There is of course the problem too of being a wizard, becoming a wizard. She needs her spell book, which this main gem would easily accommodate for. Wizards get scribe scroll as a bonus feat. Adara will never be able to scribe scrolls, but these little gems that hold about a scroll's worth of information could potentially function the same way.
Okay. All right. So. All right. I'll take like fuck it, like 500 from the coffers, and then. Okay. And then I'll spend the 700 to get the
tome.
The tome one. For
Big,
her.
thick book's worth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little rock, not that big.
So that's. And then I'll get like. 6 of the scroll ones.
120 gold.
And then what do you got that's a step up from the scroll but not the full book?
Oh, well, right. The tome is much bigger than the standard book. If you're looking for just like your standard raunchy novel, this size here goes for about 100 gold.
Fuck it. That can be like a recorder book.
I think it's definitely a good tool.
You said
for the party
150
to
for
have.
that?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, this is upstairs in the bar. Where is everyone else? Because if you ask, then I would give you money for it too. But I do have money, but not as much as I've already spent at the market. Oh, I have more than I thought.
Just kidding, bitch. I'm rich.
Oh no!
Get
Wait,
your ass
no!
up here.
No, I'm just kidding. Because some of this is. Oh no. No, I do have money. Yeah.
Then get your ass up here.
No, but
buy
that's what I'm
these
saying. Like,
rocks.
because I don't know where everyone else is right now.
Oh
like,
wait,
what
no,
time of
because you
day
guys
this
are on
is.
your way to the party.
Yeah, I think we're probably
Yeah, so you guys are
moving
there.
the statues and stuff.
Yeah, so hell, if anything, I can have him take another stop by. We can get more shit for us.
He's always more than happy to sell.
Yep. All right, so
Apple juice. Kentucky bourbon apple juice.
all right, so
Should get grape juice. That's what
so
I
yeah,
need.
I think that's good to my purchases. Oh,
Minetta stand, go home.
You know what? I will leave just because you insulted me like that.
by the by, Don, I commissioned you to steal a parchment from a child. Were you able to complete that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's just like, I didn't know if you actually wanted it. It's a writ for a tree?
Yeah, and honestly, at this point, it doesn't even. It's not even necessary.
Did
but-
you know the kid's in the tournament? He's not even home. It was super easy.
Yeah, notice that.
In fact, they don't hide their paperwork over whatever they call that southern portion of town where all the
You know, honestly,
woodsmen live.
like, I don't blame them. Why? Besides for this specific circumstance, why would people have issues about hiding the fact that they hit a tree? But whatever. Honestly, it doesn't even matter now. The tree that I was trying to actually hide from people doesn't matter anymore.
You're
But
trying to
anyways,
hide a tree from people.
yeah, long story, but the tree's gone now. Well,
Cookie things away.
I
Life of
appreciate-
an adventurer, I suppose.
Yep, shit gets weird. All right. Do you happen to have any other interesting wares?
Oh, I always have interesting wares. It just depends on what you're looking for and how much coin you have.
Well, then see, that's the real kicker question.
I know it's the real catch. I
honestly, don't even-
I saw you go into your safe and withdraw funds.
Well,
But there was also plenty more coin in there.
yeah, but like that's like everybody's money, and like people already think I'm an asshole, so
You're right.
Perhaps you buy things for everybody.
Yeah, that's what this other one was.
Bacchus Day present.
It's not uncommon on Zeus's day, but it's much more of like a small family kind of day. But you know, if that's how you guys think your relationship is already.
Is it? We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Let's see.
More like survival.
Do you happen to have, just randomly a book on your person that would train me how to ride a horseback?
You could also see if
A
there's
book on just general riding?
Mounted combat, specifically.
Mounted combat specifically.
Yeah.
I actually have a magical tome
Oh.
that is very instructive in the arts. It's said to be a blessing given to the individual that I procured it from Chiron, the great instructor himself.
Oh, I like that guy.
16,000 gold.
Oh God!
What exactly does it do? Perhaps maybe give me the mounted combat too?
Well, I would assume so.
Oh.
Fourth wall? We don't know her.
Do you take payments?
No.
That's fair.
I don't even show you my face.
No, I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, hell, you know where I live if anything goes wrong.
I also know the combination to your safe because you just opened it up right in front of me.
I'll have that changed.
You should. It wouldn't stop me, but you should just, in the future, be more cautious. You might want to move it as well.
See, I consider us friends. You
Oh.
might not, but
Absolutely. We're the best of friends.
Sus.
We're better than friends. We're business partners.
Oh God.
I'll roll sense motive on that. That's gonna be 21.
In fact, I sell to nobody else but you.
Oh, see, look. All right, easy. Laying it on a little thick there, buddy.
I do a lot of trading. Don't get me wrong. A lot of procuring. It's my specialty. But currently, this whole year, just you, baby.
You said it was 1,600?
1,600. I'm sorry, 16,000.
Oh, 16,000. Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard no for me, dog. I was like 1,600. Like, I mean, I guess I could just dip back in there again, but yeah, no, I ain't got just $16,000 lying around.
Yes,
But hey,
unfortunately, I kind of figured. But as it is,
worth a shot.
perhaps we go talk to that druid friend again. Last time your friends went, they came back rather rich.
When where?
Oh, it was just the other day when you were sword fighting.
Oh. Yeah, they did go on an adventure without me.
With that small child who died the other day. Very tragic.
Indeed.
She's dead.
Well, I believe that's all I got for you now. If anything, I will keep an eye out for 16,000 gold to throw your way. But
I figured you might be interested in something like that.
Yeah, very interested.
Divine gifts are not a common thing.
Yeah,
course.
believe me, I know.
Very rare, very expensive,
We
very
have
sought after.
so much real estate with 16,000 gold, and you want to buy a magical tome?
Yes, because it'll make me ride Altivo better. All right, well, pleasure doing business with you as always.
Monopoly on the bars in town.
As always.
Zelly put his tire for the veteran happy.
Yeah, he kind of stands up, walks towards you guys. Got like a little coat rack or something over by the door to go downstairs or whatever, and he just kind of melds into the wall and disappears.
Strange fella. And
Perfect.
I'm gonna go find Phil, and
He's just downstairs. He is currently like screeching at the young lads that he's got, trying to like help him out as he's trying to like give him the crash course on waiting tables and bartending.
are they just like not really paying attention to him?
They're paying attention. They're just, they're just young, right? The
Stop
reason why they're here is
being
probably because they're like
useless.
17, 16 and can't, and their parents are forbidding them from participation. This is the only way that they could participate.
That's fair.
They're gonna be sneaking drinks all night.
Well, I will let Phil know that we should probably change the combination of the safe and move it somewhere else.
Why?
Because creepy guy knows where it is, and I don't trust him particularly much.
Why are you telling creepy men the combination to our safe?
I didn't tell him. He's very observant.
Okay, well, I will go handle that. He starts snapping. One of the boys is paying a little bit more attention. He puts in charge, and he goes upstairs.
Oh, also, had to take a little bit out of there in order for the apprentice to.
How much?
What is it? 500?
Silver?
There it is. Phil's gonna have an aneurysm.
There's still 700 in there.
We'll make taxes. And he goes upstairs.
All right. Well. Yep.
Yeah, you head out the door. I need a perception roll as you're kind of heading down the street.
Ooh. That's gonna be a 25.
25 is sufficient. As you're walking down the street, the door to the bar busts open, and Johnny stumbles out and down the stairs. And he kind of like dusts it off. I was like, where the hell am I supposed to find a second safe at this time of night? And he just like huffs off into town.
Good man. It's being taken care of.
He's getting a second safe to hide from us.
He's gonna hide like tax money and real bar front funds from you guys now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not from us, just from Oozle.
Hey, I was the one. Like me and Harway both gave like $1,000 each in order to get this shit going. So like.
$50.
No.
It was 100 gold, 50 each, or something like that. No, maybe it was 200 each.
No, it was. I'm pretty certain it was 1,000 each that me and Harway both gave.
Play back the tape.
Pull up the receipts.
You can find it later if you're that worried about it. You two, moving kegs, moving ice sculptures, You got a couple of the Mad Kingsmen. There's some more local boys that have been hired to help you through Phil. And yeah, you show up to the grand tent of the Navy. It's already starting to kind of pop off. There's some bards playing, just normal music going on. You see a grand stage is being set up inside. It's actually on top of the schooner that they had in there, the sloop that they had in there. There's a couple bards kind of opening up, warming up and stuff. You see all kinds of people scrambling around, servants and everything. You guys show up and it's immediately like, oh, thank God you're here. It's like, an hour till and oh, everything's just a man. They start moving things in and showing you around the floor. Greenwall's got a VIP area set up. There's like 3 bars with like 3 bartenders each ready to go. Sculptures are being sent out. The snow cone machine is being set up. It's getting intense.
I hope you guys have a speech ready for when Greenwall asks you how far away.
I'm a rabbit, so.
Where's Harway? This is not Greenwall, just, what are the organizers?
That's a good question. Yeah, he's been really busy lately. Had some business for the bar to take care of.
Well, so long as all the stuff's here and you guys are ready for the speech, being casually late is just fine, I suppose. And walks away.
Did he tell us about the speech? I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he did.
This is the first I've heard about a speech.
Yep. There
Hope
you
you
go.
got your bendy straw.
I always have my bendy straw.
Yeah.
You see a lot of familiar faces going around. All the Navy guys, the twins and all the people from the Vikel, from the Brandon Vikel are there. Everything's great. All of the kids, besides Bella and Finn and one more.
Frida.
Yep, Frida. You don't see Frida. And Dimitri.
She's right here.
Yeah, she's
With us.
there.
Yeah, she's with you.
Oh,
And
wow.
Dimitri's gone
He's still in the
because he's
hospital.
in a coma.
Jane?
Oh, did you guys ever go look at
Judy.
Dimitri?
Judy,
Weren't you guys
that's
supposed to
right.
do that today?
We were supposed to, but we never got there. Shit went down.
Yeah. Nope. You just decided to go sack race instead.
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
Oh, what it? Save the child.
Well, I don't have the capability of bringing a child out of a coma, so yes, I would. But
You also don't have the fucking iron gullet that Izeli has.
that's also true.
Bacchus's day is more important.
Box's day is way more important. Of course.
Terrible people.
Yes.
Do you guys schmooze around at all? What are you up to for this pre-party setup?
Listening as usual.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not moving statues. I am small.
Are you able to wild shape into something smaller?
Yes.
I would probably do that because they've already seen a rabbit moseying around.
As far as they know, I'm Charlie's rabbit.
Yeah,
you know?
they're pretty understanding that the rabbit baboon combo is just part of your adventuring party.
Yeah. They don't necessarily know that I'm a druid. Maybe they do. Who knows? It's okay.
We haven't been hiding it, but we haven't really been talking about it
Yeah.
either.
Yeah. Nobody's asked.
Nobody's asked.
A
29.
good couple of them have tried to pet you, so you can assume they think you're a normal rabbit.
Yeah.
George.
That's pretty good.
Oh, this is
You
George.
start picking up, especially because it's just the Navy guys and kind of like the town guard right now, and the other couple vendors setting up their important stuff. You're hearing a lot of not even like whispers, pretty open discussion. The Navy guys are getting excited. There is something big that's supposed to be announced tonight at the party, and all that they know is that the Navy guys are not allowed. Like if Derek, I believe, is the sorry, Darren, the one who is in right now for the archery competition. If he wins, if it was like an army guy, a lot of times leave is given for winning a tournament like that. You get 2 weeks off or whatever. The Navy guys are barred from accepting those.
So shit's about to go down.
So and they're talking, and it's across all the ships that they're going through, every battleship, even the guys who showed up with the little tiny river gunboat are not allowed to take leave after this.
That's pretty major.
Yeah, something big with the Navy is getting ready to go on. They're ready to deploy somewhere and do something.
Chasing down Haraway.
Something's happening.
All hands on
The
deck.
entirety of the Mad King's Navy going after Haraway's single sloop.
Actually, I will find Itzeli.
Those kids are government property.
Flee like the wind.
Because you're not here yet, right? You're still.
Oh no, I'm not going to be at this party. I'm not invited.
Yeah,
Oh,
who's
that's
not
right.
invited?
You're not invited to the party.
I told Greenwald to go fuck himself.
Yeah,
No,
because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he does not want me here.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean, I might show up, but you know.
Just to piss him off, yeah. You should show up and give the speech.
There are the babbling baboon speech. Are you guys ready? I just like flip open the tent door and I'm like, yes.
Yo, we're the
Immediately have
babbling
spears
baboon.
pointed at my face.
We could have Kenosi give the
I
speech.
was literally gonna say that. I'm so glad we're on the same page.
Excellent.
Oh, dude,
That is
he could be
Completely
he
in
is-
your guys' power.
Because he is the babbling baboon, so he could just go
Yeah.
up there and babble.
And babble.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
And he can play with his ball on stage.
And his
I love
rings.
it.
Yeah.
We just
He
put
has
on
his
the
top
Kenosi
hat.
show. He does have his top hat.
He's
Okay,
got a little
that's
top
our
hat.
speech. That's the speech. You just have Kenosi go up there and put on a show.
And just do his thing.
That's probably a more favorable outcome than Itzeli.
Yeah.
If anything, you can have him sip out of your bendy straw before you go.
Kenosi's charisma way higher.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be. Mine's a 0.
Yeah.
You're like the one who's been doing the most charisma checks, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole
Absolutely.
campaign.
I'm interacting with the world while you're over there training, okay?
No, I do come and tell you what I just heard from the sailors.
That's interesting. We should take note of that as soon as.
Yeah, I know you gotta get all your drinking in, but like, it's pretty big.
Oh, keep popping. See if you can find out why.
And yeah, Frida's just standing with you, just blown away.
Okay.
She's getting very giddy.
Do we have, like, are we serving alcohol? Like, making mixed
You are
drinks?
under no obligation to make mixed drinks or serve. You were just a supplier, and that got you into the party.
Okay.
You are, of course, more than welcome to bartend if that's what you so desire to do.
Like, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Do we have, like, our own little, like, this is our beer stall?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
I mean, you don't make any of your own beer.
No,
but
that's true.
Well,
make
you
the
do
drinks.
have
you
specialty
do
drinks.
mix. Yeah, you got some specialty drinks, and so you could spend some time over at one of the bars
Use their resources.
and
Exactly.
use their booze to make mixed
Make money.
drinks.
Yeah.
Just walks behind
I
there.
mean, it's their booze is really your booze that they bought from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, plus everybody else in town.
walks behind their counter. Get the fuck out of my way, chump.
We're doing,
Yeah, just make.
Hand on the face.
Let me show you how to make some actual fucking drinks.
Yeah.
21.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. The rest of the bartenders. There's one other that like matches your skill. The other couple just seem kind of generic.
Skill challenge.
That's a challenge if I've ever
Yeah.
seen one.
Yeah. Do it.
Like fuck serving drinks, but I'm beating you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll acrobatics for like juggling.
Yeah, you're gonna start
Yes!
to get out of it.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Customers are just starting to trickle in. The party guests are just starting to trickle in. You're really starting to flare it up.
Key point, so fuck it up. I'm glad I did that. 54 for an acrobatics check.
Beat the hell out of their performances. Yeah, you start tossing bottles there. You're like hucking them and they're bouncing weird angles off of like the tent insides and then coming back to you like Captain America style.
I love
Yeah.
books.
So ridiculous.
What's next?
Bartender.
Yeah?
Ooh, my rolls aren't doing super hot.
17.
Yeah, you spill a little every now and then, but it's good. It's just as good as what they're doing
Okay.
as far as the actual bartending. But you're really flashing it up, drawing a crowd. You got one more.
Make another bartender check and spend just a bit of prestige on it.
So how skill challenges work.
Right.
Oh, damn.
Can I do
Knowledge religion. Because it's Bacchus' day. And Bacchus is my god. So
Hey.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. That's a good one.
What the fuck?
13.
Well, you're in the seasonal spirit.
Yeah. I'm having having fun.
Overall, you are outperforming the other bartenders.
Disappointing.
Unfortunate.
What rolls
As you're
today?
going back around, as the party's kind of kicking up, some guests are starting to come in. Another perception, yeah.
25.
25, you find your way into the VIP. Greenwall's hanging out in there, and just about all the guys from the Goldshire, you know, the big new carrier class ship, whatever that means. That's the reason why the Navy's putting on this whole event, are all hanging out in there. There's a couple other more prestigious guys. You see Roy hanging out with them.
Fucking nerd.
It seems like he just talked his way in, though.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
With his blinding smile.
And you overhear a conversation with Sir Darren that there is now no doubt in his mind, if he is to win that archery competition, he's cashing out and just going. He's not interested in any of the kids. Every now and then, you know, they kind of walk by, and that's what procs the conversation. Is like Aslo walks by, and it's like, well, damn, man, if you beat that kid's still super good. And he's like, yeah, but he doesn't even know what his talent is. I don't want to bother with it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just, there's no talking him into an apprentice if he is victorious in this archery competition.
Maybe a cute rabbit can change his mind.
His twin Nick seems very kind of off-put by that, but neither of them are sports, so it's not really like they've got a kinship thing with that going on. Nick just thinks it's not quite right to just take 20 gold pieces when you could have a fully functional apprentice doing your laundry and running errands for you. And
Damn, it's only 20 gold, and they're choosing that
for an archery competition, probably.
Oh, okay.
They don't know for sure, but that's their guess.
If you take a child, then you have to
But
feed
yeah,
them and shit.
right. A child is a money deficit.
But it's still only 20 gold.
Yeah, no. But and of course,
That's what
over
you
the
paid
course
for
of
a
just about
child?
an entire apprenticeship, you're probably only going to spend 20 gold.
Yeah.
You're probably going to spend 20 gold on all of that.
20 gold is
feeding and
probably
stuff.
like 5 years worth of salary.
Yeah, it's
The
a little
Navy
more.
guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's for a Navy guy, for just a general Navy guy, it's more. For a mage, for a war mage, no, they make a lot more than that. There's of course a talk that it's not likely, but if land is put on the line, you know, absolutely going for that. But pizza.
Maybe I could just buy some land and make that just like a training field.
And as the night starts to go on, do you ever rotate out of the bartender post, or do you just kind of hang there? And I mean, it's where the booze is.
Yeah, I probably would mostly hang there. Like, if people approach me, I'll talk to them, but I'm not really going out of my way to talk to anybody.
Yeah, okay. And you're still just wandering around, doing your thing kind of deal. As the night starts to wear on, you notice something interesting with Aslo, the local kid. Every now and then as the night goes on, he's kind of moving from watching the door, stamping tickets, checking the list, to just kind of wandering around inside. Every now and then he pulls out just a couple like fresh leaves from some kind of herb, and he packs his cheek with them and just kind of chews on them. And he's just kind of keeping a little mill. It is not tobacco. You know immediately that it's not
a
that.
knowledge nature.
Absolutely.
My boy high as fuck.
18?
You got to get closer, and when you do, you kind of spend a little minute around him, and he pulls a leaf out of his pocket, and he kind of takes some bad chew and throws it away and repacks his lip. It's scout leaf, and that is an herb used primarily by the military, well known as well by foresters and stuff like that. If you chew it, it allows you to see in the dark, as well as it's kind of like it's caffeinated, so it gives you that little bit of pep and helps keep you up at night. It is highly, like, naturally magical, and it is a magical effect that allows you to see in the dark. It's almost like you just turn on the lights for the whole world.
That's nifty.
Get some of that.
Well, he's obviously getting it from the woods somewhere.
You would know you could assume with your knowledge nature that it grows locally. These are very fresh, of course, coming out of his pocket as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and because he's a woodsman.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's about all the interesting stuff that you pick up.
Mm-hmm. What is he preparing for that he... I doubt it's just the caffeine. If it were just the caffeine, he...
Actually, what was your second perception?
18. Oh, no, I'm sorry. My second perception was 25. My knowledge nature was 18.
25 is actually sufficient. You do see at 1 or 2 points through the night, Anya has a new belt pouch. And you see fresh green leaves, scout leaf, inside her pouch.
She's planning on running away tonight.
Better fucking not. I said I would take her.
She does not seem to be chewing it right now, though. She seems to be staying awake just fine. And upon further watching, it really seems like Aslo's chewing it because he's just fucking tired. He must have been up to something, doing some things. Who knows? Being a local kid, he does have a little bit more leeway than the other kids do, especially since his dad's one of the judges. His dad can take him out and do woodsman stuff, and he still has obligations to fulfill in town and stuff. So he could have been just out cutting wood all night or something, or all day.
Yeah, I do. Can I want to roll a second on that.
Yeah, totally.
16.
Anya seems in higher spirits than she was last time you saw her.
She has a plan.
But that's about all I can give you for a 16.
That's fine.
You could, of course, try to get maybe Frida to go talk to her if you go find her, because she is not just hung out at the bar.
I don't think she's ready for that. I think she will reveal herself too quickly.
Agreed.
And we spent way too many resources.
Have either of you been keeping an eye on her?
I would have
Not my child, not my problem.
Or she did not want to stay at the bar. She wants to go look around the party and talk to people.
We can, but I will go with her when she chooses to do that. And then we'll do a circle.
Yeah.
And then wind up back at the bar station.
Yeah, okay. And I assume you don't allow her to talk to any of the kids?
No. She can wave, but they're not gonna know who's waving at them.
Yeah. She'll at least take that, give a little wave, kind of a little nod or a wink at a couple of them. And Aslo looks at her like,
Is she hitting on me?
Do I know you?
Felix, she gives him a little curt nod wave and
Does she know
kind
that
of
he's the one that
awkward.
killed her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like this,
You scare me.
he gives her a wink and she's kind of
No,
he just immediately downtrod after that.
Fuck him.
Oh man.
I know it's not his fault, but
No, it's his fault. He must learn to control his anger.
oh my god.
Use it in the right application.
Use it in the right application.
I mean, he kind of did.
No,
he
killed
just did so well.
He killed an innocent child.
Which means he excelled at the job he was doing.
Unnecessary rocket flying.
5-yard penalty first down.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And as the night wanes on, the mage lights all around the top of the tent dim and start turning different colors. Some smoke arises and cascades over from the top of the ship in the middle of the gigantic tent. And Justin Timberwood appears,
Oh god.
produces his light keyboard, and starts jamming. And people start going crazy.
Please keep an eye on your child.
Yep,
Frida's losing it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, and you're trying to keep her probably to the bar, maybe a little away from the crowd and stuff. Or do you guys go join?
We go
Yeah, she's so excited.
Yeah.
I can't say no to her.
You're sitting there, and as you're kind of hesitant about it, somebody comes up and is like, "Oh, come on, let's go, come on." It's Moran,
Okay.
and she's drunk as hell.
Yeah, let's do this.
Round 2.
And
Deja
she just,
vu!
she's leading you into the crowd, and then she stops, and she turns and she just grabs you're like by the collar, and she tries to pull you down because she's rather short, but just winds up pulling herself closer, and then looking up at you and just be like, "Where's the green?"
Oh, he wasn't invited to this party.
You can feel free to tell her why.
What?
He's not coming.
But he's in the semifinals for, both of those competitions.
Semifinals or finals now?
Finals.
Yeah.
Well,
You're right, Rabbit. He's in the finals. If the finals, everybody else who's in the finals got invited.
Well, yeah, but he picked up.
Oh. Where is he?
I think you said something about going to the army party.
Oh. I can't go there.
Why not?
Anthony didn't get invited to this one because he's not pretty.
Oh.
And if I go to the army party, Anthony's just going to be like, "Oh, you're drunk and you need to go home and it's time to protect you and oh, I'm a good friend and I cherish your friendship so much." And I just want to get fucked up and find out how long an orc's tongue is.
This bitch! She's thirsting!
I mean, you could try, throw on a disguise and go try to find him. Have fun with that.
A disguise. And she just like releases you and sinks into the crowd.
Beautiful.
Oh man.
I said one to you. Have fun.
She wants me more than she wants Justin Timberwood. I find that to be suspicious.
Yeah, nerdy lady, he knows my name. The concert's going, music's damn good. It's just miles different from anything you've ever heard before in your entire life. Frida's losing it. She loves this new wave crap.
Oh, don't they have to make will checks because he's so dope?
And the magical effect starts and you need to make the will save. Yes.
Oh, great. You remember last time?
This is
honestly
illusion.
didn't
If you choose to resist, is it?
I don't know. I'm asking.
It's multiple things.
Okay.
21.
23? Unless it's illusion?
Neither are sufficient.
Solid.
Yeah, rather familiar to the time before. You are both whisked away, clouds. You see just these wonderful displays, dancers, things that just aren't there. You see like sea serpents crashing around to the beat of the music. And Timberwood there doing some weird sexy dude dance that the women go crazy for. It's been a long time since I've been on the up and up as to what those are called.
I don't know, some TikTok dance.
Some TikTok dance.
TikTok dance.
Oh, God.
He's doing the TikTok dances, but it's not cringy, and it's weird. And neither of you beat 25?
Nope.
I meet 25 if
Meet
it's illusion.
25. Okay, so you do not feel the secondary effect.
Okay.
You are like, you feel this lulling sensation of just bliss and happiness, and this is good.
Wildest fucking crowd control. Both of your moms love you.
And every now and then this effect kind of cuts out and you're back in the party, and then it cuts back in and you're back on your own, and it cuts out and you're back at the party. And at one of the points when you're just kind of hanging out and about, a hand finds your shoulder. It's Cola. Hey, Tiger.
Hello.
I never got to say good job at the brawl the other day. I know you were a little disappointed that I walked out on you. I just entered because, I'm a bit of a one-trick pony. I wanted to see how far it'd get me.
Got you fought? Worked out well?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting a woman who can fight, so, hindsight now, seeing that one's made it to the finals of the 1v1s as well, pretty dumb, but, got me to the semis.
Right.
Maybe I'll pick up some boxing lessons back at the fort when I get back.
It's gonna be a bad idea.
So what got you into adventuring? How'd you find your way to this town? I heard you're the locals.
Yeah, we heard there was some trouble real close to here with some small, crappy village being rebels, and we're like, hey, maybe we can go help out that way.
Oh, the National Guardsmen talk about that a lot. I think they're just a bunch of pussies. They just haven't moved down and just taken it back.
Right?
They keep leaving it to these hunter parties and stuff like that, these little small fry, basically city guards, and they're like, they'll go in and they'll pull the people that are important out, and the rest of them can just starve. But I say that you just get the National Guard. It's their job.
Right, you would think they'd do something.
Get that big magister that the taxpayers paid so much money for and just have them roll in and, handle it.
Just bad management, man.
Well, it's big military and the war presses on. Us fort folk, even though we're a defensive line as well and don't move out a whole lot, man, our funding requirements are through the roof. You should see some of the books for some of these forts. Fort Tuck, super unimportant. It's just like an observation base. We don't do much of anything other than send out scouts and direct Fort Resort to, inform their infantry and shit. The budget's through the roof. The amount of money and supplies that pour into that place, it's crazy.
How crazy are we talking here?
Oh, I mean, it's wagons per day.
Which one do you think, have you seen the books for all of them? Do you know, which
Oh, no,
one does the
I don't
most?
really handle the books. There was just a dude who was into me who would manage the books.
Oh, got it.
But, as a sport man, I'm getting paid 1,000 gold a year.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's, well, compared to what happens to most of us, it's damn fine.
Yeah, I made 1,000 this month.
Really? Just working here in this little local place?
Yeah, we had some special missions. Didn't go well.
Oh, the cat guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those special magister type folk or whatever they're called, like Justin Timberwood up there and stuff, apparently excruciatingly expensive to create.
I can see why. They're pretty formidable creatures.
Oh yeah, have you gotten to see any of them in combat?
I mean,
we don't have a local one over at Fort Tuck, but
yeah,
every now and then one or two rotates
fight
through.
A little bit during that encounter, and
it
didn't go well. But yeah.
God, man, what a time! What a time! Wish I could have been there for something like that.
Oh my god!
So what happened then? You showed up and he was there, but then you just couldn't get him out?
Yeah, we got ambushed and then I got knocked unconscious. I don't really know what happened.
Who would take on one of those?
Fuck if I know, crazy people, right?
It was people?
I don't know. I don't really remember. I got knocked unconscious.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Well, glad to see you're doing better now and whatever. You want a beer?
Sure.
Yeah, she goes and collects couple mugs and finds you back in the crowd. Have a little toast. She tosses it back like a pro.
Nice. I like her.
Yeah.
That's the
Too bad she's
whole
dead.
point of this.
She's like, hey, you want to get to the front? And Frida's just like, oh my god, yes!
She just.
Shirt. You. Hold on to my shirt.
She's like, watch this. Come on, ladies. And she just starts touching people. And they just start stepping and flopping over. And she just boop, 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 boop,
yeah.
That's dirty.
just knocking dudes over left and right. Every now and then you come to another group of chicks. She's like, god damn it. And you have to go around. But
I don't want to feel like I'm being outshone.
So I'm gonna make Frida hold on to cola.
uh-huh.
I'm gonna act.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start leaping over people.
Starts like
Cartwheeling
you
through the crowd and shit.
You start crowd surfing mightily. It is wonderful.
I always had 20 on the stupidest shit.
That's pretty dumb.
That's the beauty of it.
You guys make your way to the front. Just as you rock out for a while, and as the concert kind of is coming to a close, there's a moment you think Frida's gonna pass out from excitement, but she holds on.
Oh, good.
She comes back. She heals herself of status conditions,
Nice.
and rejoins the world of the conscious.
Boot and rally.
Yeah.
Teaching them young.
And the concert ends. The lights go back up. Light music comes around. Everybody's now just in the partying mood. some more formal dances start happening. People start making the lines, doing some little jigs and spins and stuff.
I am not interested in that.
And Greenwall takes the top stage of the boat. Thanks everybody for coming, talks about how wonderful the town is. It really feels like he's just lying through his teeth. It's a very fake speech.
He doesn't even know the name of this town.
Yeah. It's literally like and I thank you, guards of this fine city.
And I thank you, random citizen.
And I love you, random citizen. And he starts thanking specific individuals, at which point Jose from the Brandon Vikel comes up, the battleship, not the man, and gives a short little speech about what an honor it is to be an honored guest, and
Why was I supposed to give a speech for being an honored guest?
and how honored he is to have the to have the decision put upon him to take on one of these new apprentices. And despite the narrowing down of candidates recently, there is still a wonderful selection, if anything better now than it was before.
Oof.
He is not picking Dimitri.
Dimitri's in a coma.
Yeah.
If Dimitri does not get out of it, first off, in 3 days, the government's just going to take him away.
Yeah.
At least as far as you guys know, it's a 3-day grace period. But they could just take him anytime they want to wherever. There's no guarantee he comes out of it. There's no guarantee if he comes out of it that he's not going to have like some kind of brain damage or something.
Y'all should heal him.
He's pretty well
That's the
That
disqualified.
was the plan.
That was the plan, and then he forgot and got drunk.
I was not
As
drunk.
things go, I was gonna save the kid.
Couple
Till I
other
got
people
high.
come through, and eventually Greenwall takes a stand once more and announces that after the games there shall be a grand voyage for king and country to strike at the heart of the Iron Mountain dwarves.
Oof.
There it is.
Not the dwarves.
The foul foe to the north, greedily guarding those rich mountains, those lush forests with those tall trees perfect for shipbuilding,
Yeah, how dare they defend their home?
will
Monsters.
not stand in the way of the king's rights any longer.
Hmm. Sounds like team to me.
And who's enjoyed the cold beer, the slushies, and the ice sculptures?
I cheer louder than anyone.
Yeah. I'm so glad our baboon is going to go up there after that announcement of war.
Yes.
In thanks, not only have I granted an honored position to this adventurer, but have honored their whole party with an invitation, and as I can see, some of them have shown up to this grand party we have had.
Whole party.
I welcome Captain Haraway Meneas to the stand of the Babbling Baboon. Everybody! And there's like claps going on.
Gesture for Kenosi to like come hop on my
There's like,
shoulder.
"Whoop." Yeah, he's down. He immediately climbs up.
Excellent. And then I spend a key point and jump super cool up onto the stage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I still do it.
Yeah, you succeed. It's not that high up.
Honestly, like, do you even need to roll when you spin a key?
You do.
Because what
Yeah.
if I got one?
What if it's a 1?
Anything else, it doesn't matter. But like, I think the lowest I can get is like a 51,
Yeah.
and that's with a 2.
Yeah, you jump right up there super gracefully. There's gas and a couple and then it's like kind of quiet for a minute. It's like, is that Haraway? And Greenwall's looking at you like super confused and almost a little frustrated. He's like, what's going on?
Like, so Harley had some business to take care of, but we give you the babbling baboon himself, and I put Kenosi up
You
there.
just sit Kenosi on the
Straightness.
top
top
gunnel,
hat.
and he just kind of like looks at the crowd and he looks at you kind of confused for a moment.
And I
I'll
start
send him a
clapping.
message. Show them your new tricks.
Oh, and he just like straightens that top hat. He takes the top hat off and he shows it to the crowd, and they're kind of like, what's going? And then he pulls the ring out, and they're all like, oh! And he makes multiple rings. And he starts connecting them and twirling them. And he starts juggling, and the people are kind of like, yeah, all right,
And
cool.
then he brings out the ball.
Greenwall's just looking at you like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
He's
when
like,
Kenosi's...
are you going to say anything?
Thank you!
Come on, good.
You collect Kenosi and just head off the boat.
That's the best speech I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Yes.
He's just like, yeah, woo! There's a little awkward moment, and then they just kind of move on and get back to schmoozing and partying. Do you guys have anything else for the party for the night?
When are we getting paid for this party?
We might
Do
not
you,
now.
Do you ask Greenwall?
No, that's just... It's not tactful.
Right after that performance, I'll take my payment now, sir.
Just look at him on the stage still. I believe payment was in order.
Yeah, I'll just hang out. I'm just gonna keep an eye on
Yeah,
you.
just hang for the night.
Yeah.
Karina has a great time. Gets too drunk, vomits, which she doesn't understand.
Heals herself.
Yep.
Rally.
I want to roll perception to see if Anya and Aslo are still around.
Oh yeah, they're still around.
Yeah.
They're around the whole night.
Okay, cool. That's how close is the party tent to like just the other tents of the?
There's a pretty decent space between them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of in like the middle.
Okay.
If they were going to escape tonight, it most certainly would not be from here, because there's multiple other small parties going on throughout these tents and stuff of, you know, peasants who have traveled from maybe Ironshire or the outskirts of Leadshire or something like that and have come for this tournament. There's of course all the farmers that have came in, a lot of locals and stuff that are partying amongst the tents and stuff. So they're most certainly not going to get out unnoticed from here.
Okay. I
So long as
want.
the people are conscious.
I want to. Let me roll stealth.
You could always go to talk.
25.
Yeah,
And
excellent.
I want to go out to Greenwall's tent and see if I can.
Greenwall's tent is inside the big tent.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is like a big circus tent. So big that they've got the whole sloop ship
Oh,
inside
gotcha.
of the tent.
Okay.
And so the party's going on inside. There's a little VIP area cut off, and Greenwall has kind of his private quarters set up
Okay.
as like an offshoot of the tent.
Okay. So then instead of going out, I want to go try to go into his tent. With
Yeah.
That. I also before I do that, like change into like a small bird, like a sparrow.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you make your way into there in your new animal guise. What are you looking for?
Just trying to see if there's any information. He just made this big announcement about.
Yeah, there are documents on the desk. There's a lot of like bookkeeping stuff. There's a lot of like, oh, this is what you got to do for your speech, kind of whatever. There's some letters and things. And you start kind of rifling through, and there is a locked drawer. Very simple lock, though. Wouldn't be very hard to break or pry open.
If I weren't a sparrow or.
If you weren't a sparrow or a rabbit.
You do have two wild shapes.
Yes.
Can you go diminutive yet? Just turn into
I can
an
be
ant,
tiny. I can't
crawl
be
into a
diminutive.
hole. Done.
Is there anything you can turn into with like?
I'm thinking I might just
large
turn
hands or
into
something?
another baboon, so that if
Okay.
I'm seen wandering around the party, maybe it's just Kenosi.
Yeah.
Okay. And then hell, you have opposable thumbs, so you can try to pick the lock.
They've seen two baboons at the Babbling Baboon before.
Yeah,
so-
let's do that. So
Okay.
use my other wild shape for the night and turn into a baboon. And then let's see. I don't have any skills for this.
Could give me a strength check and just.
I could.
I don't think breaking the lock would be wise.
Strength is gonna be like a.
You can try searching for the key. Maybe you just happen to leave it around.
Can I try a sleight of hand?
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, that is a nat 1.
Yeah, you're wedging in and you're trying to like fiddle with this lock and trying to, be really discreet about it, and you just hear like a snap, and one of your Mage Willow fingers
Oh God,
breaks off.
that's not good.
It doesn't seem to be a bad repair. It just seems like one of the pins broke, but yeah, part of your finger is lodged in the lock right now.
Solid.
It is, yeah. It's Mage Willow.
Yeah, it's Mage Willow.
It's not like a hardwood, but it's solid.
I mean, the finger's already in there. Use the finger to pick the lock.
No,
Just
let's
maneuver it around in there.
Can I retrieve my finger?
Strength check.
Hey, that's a 19 on the die.
Yeah, you wedge it out.
Okay. New plan of attack. We're gonna put the Staff of Wukong in the lock.
I can go to toothpick size. Yeah.
Yep. And
then you just bust the lock.
Yep.
The drawer slides open.
I'll wait. And is there enough noise outside?
Oh yeah, it's a party going on.
Yeah, let's do that.
It just busts open in the lock, returns back. You tuck it away. Yeah, there's military documents in there.
Cool.
There's some maps. There's some instructions and stuff.
How far can your message go?
I can speak to Kenosi basically, but I think it's within 100 feet or something.
Message the spell is a couple hundred feet.
I don't have the spell message.
Right. Yeah, your telepathic link is, I think, within a mile.
Oh, okay.
But Kenosi most certainly could not, you couldn't relay this to him, and he couldn't, copy it down.
Yeah.
Kenosi can't write.
No. Okay. Is there something in here that I could put these papers into that I could then carry?
There's all manner of, clothing and stuff.
Solid.
There's, little satchels, bags, belts with pouches. Sure.
Yeah.
You could just read it all and commit it to memory.
No. Absolutely not.
Probably not going to work.
Yeah, let's grab a little belt with a pouch and stuff the documents in there.
Yeah, you just start. You take everything?
Whatever I can fit.
Yeah, there's not a whole ton, but yeah. You're able to get it all into the satchel.
Cool.
How do you get out?
We're going to try to stealth out.
Okay.
Towards... Is it the kind of tent that I could, slip out underneath the...
Through, the main area. This area, though, is sealed, more or less. It's got a bottom to it, you know what I mean? So you could not hear unless you just want to, take a knife and cut your way out.
Okay.
But you do hear voices on, the other side of the tent and stuff, too, because, like I said, there's a party all around this tent as well.
What? What are you saying?
Nothing.
We'll make some rolls for the Great Escape when we come back from our break. We'll be back shortly, guys.